So there's been a lot of talks about opportunities and challenges, particularly challenges, about challenges being opportunities for private capital. And that's exactly what JCM did. We're a private equity firm, and about 2 years ago we were evaluating opportunities across the globe and looked at Africa and noticed the challenges, but I think the larger thing that we noticed was the opportunity. The presentation coming up, but we'll start anyways. So just some background for you. JCM is a private equity firm. We have a number of Canadian investors. We focus on solar energy. So one of the big talks today has been about the huge energy deficit. If you need to build all this infrastructure in Africa, you need energy and you need the power to be able to do that. And so you have this tremendous growth in Africa, and you have a tremendous deficit right now in energy. So if you want to keep up with the growth, then you have to continually develop your energy and install a huge amount of power plants over the coming decade. So when you look at Africa, there's many different ways to generate energy, but solar power is in our view, the future of energy. So we focus specifically on solar. We install large utility-scale solar plants. So these would be your 30 to 60 megawatt solar facilities that are connected to the grid, and then we sell the solar energy back to the government or to the utilities for distribution amongst the countries. And so we got our start in Canada in 2009. There was a large subsidy program in Ontario designed by the government to stimulate investment in the renewable energy sector in Ontario. We participated for about 3 years here. People talk about challenges with government in Africa. I can tell you after 3 years of operating in Ontario in a government-based program, it is definitively not without its challenges operating with the Canadian government. We had a very good 1.5 years and then a very challenging 3-year period after that, to the point where we decided that dealing with the Canadian government was actually not a viable business opportunity, because the demand for energy wasn't here, and we didn't have the political will in Canada to actually develop the project. So 2 years ago, we took a look at ourselves and said, we don't believe in renewable energy, in solar in particular in Ontario. Where is solar actually needed? Where is energy needed? And so we took a look at the globe and evaluated Latin America, Asia, Africa, and quickly came to the conclusion that of anywhere in the globe, the biggest underserved markets are in Africa. And there are challenges, and there's, at the face of it, there is a lot of potential risk in going to Africa. That being said, there's probably more opportunity in Africa than any other continent. So we took the position that we were going to raise some capital and take that high-risk venture in Africa. And so 5 years ago, if you asked me if we would be developing projects in northern Nigeria, I would have said there's not a chance. That's way too risky for our investors' appetite. But when you comb away all of the perception and all of the media surrounding the continent, and you look at the underlying fundamentals of the markets, you really start seeing huge potential opportunity. So we have a project in northern Nigeria. It's in Katsina. So first off, when you say northern Nigeria, you get the Boko Haram, and you get all of the negative views that come with that. But fundamentally, there are tens and tens of million people in the north that have almost no power, or they have power that has to be fuel that's imported, and everyone's running diesel engines, so it's cost prohibitive to be able to do business, and there is probably one of the biggest underserved markets in the were able to convince some Canadian investors that the opportunity in Africa and the potential returns far outweighed the risk. We're able to convince a number of investors that perception of some of these places is not the reality actually in the country.